You're listening to Unregular Radio. The following program may be intended for adults only. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are not necessarily those of Unregular Radio, its staff, or affiliates. Furthermore, you should not attempt to recreate any of the situations described, as it may prove to be physically, legally, or financially harmful. Enjoy. Unregular Radio.
Well.
Hey.
Welcome
to
Hotheads.
Activism happening.
And there's lots of disclaimers this week. Before our show, there was a disclaimer.
There was.
And Dr. Stephen Adelman had some disclaimers on some of his blog posts and retractions.
Yes. Head doctor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you give me the news? I got a bad case.
Of not knowing what the hell I'm talking about if I'm Dr. Steve Adelman.
Yeah. And now he says, now in his new blog retraction post, apology, non-apology, whatever it is, he's the Department of, what's this group called? Physician Health Services.
Yeah, Physician Health Services. Yeah, so basically what he does is he makes sure, well, he's supposed to make sure that doctors are dealing with stress properly, are not abusing drugs, and are basically, fit of mind and body so they can be effective in their practice.
Which is a corporation of the Mass Medical Society, which I think are all nonprofits getting funding from drug testing corporations, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. But he seemed to say in his letter that he wrote, well, for everyone who doesn't know, 2 weeks ago now, Dr. Steve Adelman, who's the head director of this Doctors Health Services?
Physician Health, yeah,
same thing.
Physician Health Services.
Wrote an article equating marijuana use as a possible reason for the bombings that happened
in Boston.
And the Boston Marathon, which is completely batshit crazy, obviously, right?
It was the withdrawal, too.
Yeah, it was the withdrawals, right?
Dude, there is no withdrawal. Don't you get it? He's calling it toxic, and it's not toxic.
Yeah, like Pookie in a chicken coop, like not happening,
And this guy's got major power. At the same time, he was also part of the group that really came down and fucked us. Fucked a lot of us, King of Pop, myself, all these medical patients, all of these groups of people who have organized and try to get better regulations for this fucked up medical marijuana law, and it didn't work out, and he was one of the people who voted against us, decided he gets a vote over myself, which is crazy. And as a patient, and as someone who works patients, that is crazy. And this guy, Steve Adelman, he makes kind of, like I said, the retraction, right? But then he says he's going to focus on advising doctors in Massachusetts. And I asked this, am I crazy, or should he focus on himself and not infecting any more doctors in Massachusetts? What should he really be focusing on at this point, Frank?
Well, when I read it, I kind of took it as like a sort of tongue-in-cheek kind of thing that he was saying, like, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to doing what I know that I'm talking about.
Yeah, but he really doesn't, though, right? It's still even like a fucking bad joke.
I'm just gonna stop sticking my nose in this shit because clearly I pissed some people off, and like he's like, I won't share my opinions anymore, like with the public. So he clearly still thinks that weed had something to do with the bombings. He just doesn't want the public to know because he might not get grant money or something.
I know, and at the same time, he deleted all the comments from people that had been posting. There was a video that I put out with the King of Pot. It was professionally done by the King of Pot. And like one night, he was so fired up. He's like, "You got to come to my house. I'll give you money. I'll fund it. I'll do it. And one night we'll get it done." And he did. In KLP's video, it was great.
Yeah, it was a great video.
And it's like all the comments are deleted. Same thing if you go to Nikki Smokes, and a lot of the other people in our community have been researching this gentleman, and there's a lot more information I have that's going to come out this week, hopefully, on digboston.com. It's very explosive. Dig Boston's going to have my back, hopefully, so I don't get sued. They do a great job. We'll see if they let me go to print with this, because I do get caustic. I mean, I'm so fucking fired up right now about this. So,
yeah. Well, we should get him on the show.
Yeah, we'll try.
I was actually, I was going to call him and invite him onto the show. And I was like, nah, he won't do it.
Yeah, he won't, because this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is when I went to Nikki Smokes. They're not allowing comments anymore. They're not allowing us to post comments in relation to any of his posts on Mass Medical Society related to medical marijuana, when in the past he did. We had an effect here.
No, we absolutely had an effect. And, I mean, it's kind of like a common sense hammer just kind of fell from the sky onto his head. and he just didn't see it coming. He was like, oh, I can say this, and, my audience would be like, well, dude, you ever heard of the internet? You hear of Facebook where people share things that, like, they see that are, like, ridiculous? Like, what did you think? Is that going to make up? But I was thinking about it, and it's kind of like what a lawyer does, right? So when a lawyer wants the jury to think something, but can't necessarily legally do it, they'll push the issue, and then there'll be an objection, and it's like, all right, I take that back, or whatever, what they said.
Yeah, you go to the line.
But the fact of the matter is, it's already out there. You know what I mean? So what's the difference? Even though you're taking it back now, you already put that kind of venom out there to kind of just perpetuate this reefer madness sort of idea.
Yeah, and I think the key point is actions do speak louder than words. And this man and his group of people have truly exposed themselves. Like, how stupid are they? That just shows you that we as people have a great deal of power. And when we're aroused and united, like we were this week, because the last couple of weeks people have gone crazy over this, and I'm happy to say that. Thank you for going crazy on this guy, because he deserved it.
Absolutely.
He deserves it.
Yeah. So if you'd like to talk about this, we got a phone number over here. Here on Regular Radio, 2 Hotheads, 617-206-1050.
Yeah.
I love that you say 0.
Yeah.
What I should say,
I hate that. It's annoying.
617-20.
Don't do it. No.
We say it everywhere. See, what we do on the
50.
show is we cover all angles.
Show 'em a
We'll do it the
face.
NPR way. We'll do it the 50 way.
The
we'll
O
do it
way.
the O and
I like the 1050.
0.
1050. I've been trying to figure out for my show a good rhythm to do that, and it's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, we got it down.
Yeah.
Frank's got it down. Definitely.
Sure, why not? So call us, talk about it.
Yeah.
We get
And
some
we get
people in
some
the studio.
guests.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're just
we get
kind
a
of
lot.
sitting here talking, being rude to our guests.
Yeah, but we're gonna get to them in the next segment, and they're gonna have a lot to weigh in on what we just said. And
Yeah?
I got some other things. I don't even know if you know about Frank.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know about it.
You've done a lot for me lately, and we're gonna try to repay you in a lot of ways. Coming up, I got one idea.
What?
Yeah. Now that I'm gonna have extra income,
Oh, word?
we're doing T-shirts.
Oh.
We're gonna have a T-shirt.
My
company.
face on a T-shirt doing
Yeah,
thumbs up?
I think we're gonna have a bunch of them, and basically, you know how you talked about
get plenty of ideas for
doing
T-shirts.
elections and all that,
Yeah.
and how we could run campaigns. We're gonna run campaigns via T-shirts.
Oh, word?
We're going to ask our audience over the next weeks and months and on YouTube to weigh in on the T-shirts you want to see, because we're going to give out a lot of ideas of ones I already have. I'm going to give one out right now.
All right.
Frank Capone 2016. That's the shirt.
That's the shirt.
Mike Cann 2016.
Okay.
And then different people as our running mates, and whether we're the VP pick or, you could do King of Pot.
For, like, president?
Mike Cann, yes, or whatever. Maybe it's governor and lieutenant governor.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of elections coming up, and
Sheriff.
Vermin Supreme showed us you can run for any office
Yeah.
you want to if people are talking about you. If you got T-shirts out there, I mean, this is what we do. All the people on our show that we like, I already wrote some of them up. We're going to write more of them up, and if you have suggestions, you can call in 617-206-1050.
Oh.
10050. We're the two hotheads. I think producer Jackie.
Yes.
Oh wait, we seen this already. It's Jackie MF.
Jackie motherfucker.
Oh jeez.
Unless we're not allowed to swear.
Well, it
Motherfucker?
depends. We have some kids that listen, and sometimes they.
Oh, well, then not that word.
The mothers and fathers, and this is a mothers type show.
The mamas
today.
and the papas?
Yeah, we got family in here today, so
Yeah.
Cute.
Keep it clean.
yeah, mostly.
Even though we've been dropping
We
F-bombs
got-
over here
I was
for the
gonna
last
say.
5 minutes.
This is a problem that Frank and I have at work.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
we talked about this
Like,
before.
dude,
the
you gotta
show.
stop swearing.
We gotta stop
I
swearing.
already got in trouble.
Yeah.
Whoops.
We'll be back. Why don't we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
We'll
We can do
swear
that.
some more behind the scenes
Yep.
and get back with our guests and all these different topics we want to.
Absolutely. We've got, coming up at 5:30, we got Pasha Roberts, who is the director of Silver Circle, the movie.
What the hell is that?
It's
Tell me.
it's an animated feature film set in the future, where basically the monetary system in this country has gone to poop, and the Federal Reserve is like the imperial, empire, basically.
Sounds like the present.
And there's this group of folks who are trying to rise above that, and it has to do with like precious metals. It has to do with legal like marijuana legalization. So it hits on a lot of cool hot topic buttons. And dude's an award-winning director, and it's gonna be great to have him on. He'll be on around 5:30.
Awesome. Big show.
Two hotheads.
Be back.
Boston's best. Unregular. Boston's best. Unregular.
Live, Two Hotheads.
Where activism happens.
Rage Against the Machine.
Machine.
What
That's
song
right.
was that?
That was Bullet in the Head.
Wow.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff.
That's something for the kids.
Yes, it is. And
Yeah.
we got Dig Boston articles in front of us.
We do.
Talking about these medical marijuana regs. Talking about Dr. Stephen Adelman from Mass Medical Society, Physician Health Services, and some things that have been going on online, as well as our guest in the studio right now.
That's
Frank.
right.
Who do we have in the studio, Frank?
We have Moms for Marijuana in the studio right here. Sparkett.
Yeah, Sparkett.
Sparkett.
She's running it in Boston. There's like chapters everywhere, Frank.
Yeah, that's what I was just hearing. Apparently there's what is that? 126 chapters in 16 countries, right? On 5 continents.
We have 160 chapters
60
in 19 countries.
Yeah.
On 5 continents.
On 5. Whoa.
Worldwide.
That's
worldwide.
yeah.
Well, and your reach really does. I mean, it was kind of proven. I saw this story on Facebook with all the moms in all these different chapters all across the country have been working on a cannabis quilt. It's like almost like a traveling museum document, living part of history, and about the activism and about what you guys are all about. And a piece of it got stolen.
Yes, the different states had their own quilt, and we also have a unity panel. And we did get the state's quilt back, but we
a piece of it got stolen, and the word went out on Facebook, didn't it?
Yeah, and we got it back that same week.
It's amazing.
Right.
That it happened in like a week.
Yeah, it was truly amazing. We were all so bummed out.
That you didn't get the whole thing back?
The unity panel is still missing.
Okay. But you got a good piece of it back.
We did get it back. It's in rough condition, so some of it may have to be redone.
Is there any idea who did that, or just
it happened in Texas.
Yeah.
One of the chapter leaders was giving it a tour, and and soon enough we'll bring it up here this way. Not sure when it will be all set. We're going to be working on it. The unity panels have to be in by August 1st. I know that.
That's awesome.
That
I mean,
really
I love that
awesome.
story that the mothers are making these panels nationwide and bringing them together, and especially that story where they actually got a piece of it back. It's just like such a feel good, like, wow, look at these women's, these the mothers, their power.
Yeah.
You can't mess with the mothers out there.
Oh, I was posting on all the colleges in Texas about it.
Yeah.
Just to get it back.
And they ended up finding it though on the
side of the highway.
On the side of the highway.
It got a little burnt marks on it, but
Like being run over or something like that.
I'm not too sure.
Campfire.
We do have a Unity quilt page,
Yeah.
so you can keep up to date with it.
Could have been just like a transient. It gets pretty cold in the desert at night.
Or maybe a drunk that likes marijuana.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, dude, that would look great on my wall, man."
Yeah. So, or a college kid, high school punk. You know how the world is, right?
Yeah. Well, we will leave no rock unturned.
Yeah.
And we will find you.
They probably realized that they were fucked if they got caught with it, so they threw it out. Their mothers were going to get them.
They were on the local news stations down there.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
it was everywhere.
You imagine? I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, you don't
caught doing that, you'd be fucked.
Yeah, you don't mess with moms.
Don't mess with the moms.
So anyway, this is what. It's so cool about Moms for Marijuana. I really like this group. I've been following you guys for a while, and how many chapters you have, how kind of independent. It's not top down. It's more like not even bottom up, but just like community wide. And you guys have kind of an independence of doing things. Why did you become involved in Moms for Marijuana, Sparkett?
Well, I was on the Second Life Moms for Marijuana chapter, and Boston opened up when our chapter leader here moved down south. So I saw the page, getting neglected, and I felt bad. And I just, hey Sarah, I'll do the Massachusetts one, and so now I do the Boston and the Mass, and we volunteer at like the Freedom Rally,
Which is coming up in September.
which is coming up. We're all excited.
It's going to be 2 days this year.
Two times.
I just saw they're signing up volunteers on the Mass Can
And they're
site.
about to announce a bunch of bands and music. I already heard some top secret information about some Max plan. It sounds pretty damn good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. 2 stages.
2 stages, 2
2
days.
days, yeah.
12 to 7 on Saturday. So it's even a longer show on Saturday, and then they're adding Sunday. It's a week earlier this year, though, so don't miss it.
Oh, really? So it's the second
week in September.
Second week in September.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be huge.
It's going to be a good time.
You going to be there?
Oh, I'll be there at the Mass Can tent.
Yeah?
I volunteered at the Mass Can tent the past few years, so that's
Awesome.
my spot.
Nice.
Garbage duty at the end.
Yep.
Cleaning up. Yeah, I do that every year, too.
Yeah.
Tell us about why you think Moms for Marijuana is so important, though. Like, what are some of the things you do, and why is it important?
Well, moms are so busy, and this gives me the opportunity to, do my own thing, pop on there, do my thing there, and it gives you a lot of leeway, the Moms for Marijuana. We have different states doing different things like, chalk walks, and we have, of course, our quilt project. And we go to the state houses and speak there about cannabis legislation. And some moms nationwide, they have picnics, and it's all geared toward education and creating awareness and discussion. So,
I really think it's effective. I think that's the other thing, too. Like, with alcohol prohibition, the history, women ended they both started prohibition, alcohol prohibition, and they ended it.
Right.
And it's like you're seeing the same thing now. It seems like the Normal Women's Alliance is one group, and then Moms for Marijuana. There's been some other groups, too, and some other activists out west in different groups, but it's the mothers and the women, among with a lot of ex-law enforcement, who are really the most powerful people in this movement right now in terms of you can't really argue with a mom.
No, that's our goal, to end prohibition.
Yeah, and it normalizes it, too, you know what I mean? So somebody who is a mother also that might agree with you, but doesn't necessarily feel comfortable about, having that be their open stance, it encourages, mothers, to step out, right? And
especially in Massachusetts, we have this opportunity where we're not, have fear, like other states. You get busted for a half a joint or something and go
jail.
away.
Yeah.
So I feel like Massachusetts should speak out more to cover the rest of the states,
Absolutely.
It is much more reasonable in many respects. There's still definitely a war on marijuana users in Massachusetts in a lot of respects. I'm saying that same phrase again, but it's not quite as bad as some other places down south, definitely. Your son's here. His name's, am I say this right? Joe?
Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a family affair today, isn't it?
Yeah. He takes photographs. He helped me out with the Freedom Rally. He took photos around there. I posted on the Mass Moms for Marijuana page, and
Gave out stickers.
Yeah, he helped out in the tent as well.
And I was also on trash duty.
And trash duty. Oh, yes.
Yes, trash duty.
The most important part.
It really is, Skook, because
Those stoners get sloppy.
Yeah,
it's brutal.
Yeah, it's really, if you go to the Freedom Rally, like about 4 or 5, it looks bad.
Yeah.
They don't have people picking up trash during the show, which I think they should be working on and hopefully start doing. But after the show's over, like an hour or two later, it's clean. It's cleaner than it was before the show, which is the power of the volunteers.
Yeah, we don't leave until it looks nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I can just hear Epstein now. If it's worth 5 cents, leave it on the ground.
So, speaking of getting the word out there and doing things, we have some different speed round and different topics that we'd like to talk about. We'd like to ask you about. Do you want to start this, Frank? Or?
Yeah, I would love to.
We should. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. We should lay out the round rules on speed round for our audience again, and for yourself, Spark it if you're not familiar. Are you familiar with it?
I've listened to a few of your shows.
Okay. So do you know what the speed round is that we do? Lightning round?
You'll have to refresh me.
Yeah. So basically, we'll say like a topic, like
this guy, Steve Adelman.
Steve Adelman, right? And then
you say, I love him, or he's an asshole. And
He's
one
an
sentence.
asshole.
Okay.
there you go.
There you go. You
got it down already.
We already started.
Yep. And then we'd go to Joe, and he'd say, what his opinion is or whatever. And then, we'd kick it back to Mike. And then after everyone gives their opinion, we kind of have a little back and forth conversation about it. Then we move on to another topic. And that's the lightning round.
Yeah. So let's do that.
Absolutely.
We start out with Steve Adelman. Do you want to
Yeah.
say anything else, Joe or Sparkett?
Yeah, he is an asshole. Yeah, what he wrote, where did he pull that from? I don't know. How can someone believe that?
Well, I think there's a lot of self-brainwashing and also financial incentive and career incentive and kind of a gang incentive.
Yeah, it's a hive mentality, It's because all of these doctors are kind of hanging around, in the same sort of communities, right? And so they all feed off of one another, and there's this culture of, what we're doing is right, and we're helping people, and, we really know the right way. Meanwhile, they're all making money and profiting off of people who are addicted to drugs, marijuana. Can you get addicted to marijuana? No, I don't think so. Nope. I don't know. I don't think so. I've never been addicted to marijuana.
Nope.
Exactly. It's foolish. You know what I mean? And to think that there's some sort of psychosis that comes along with it is just even more ignorant.
Yeah, and to think that these guys think they can actually stop it at all at this point. But it's I'd say the big thing for people is keep involved. Repost the story that I just. Dig Boston needs to know that there's a lot of support for this. They have been getting a lot of support on these articles that I've been writing for them.
It's a great article. This week is a really good article. Everyone should check it out. It really is.
Because when we do the hard news, we do kind of do the cheerleading stories where it's very fun and popular and people like the music and the culture. But this one's the politics and what's actually going on with patients, and that needs to get the same kind of support. It's got a lot of support on there right now, but it really helps if you repost it on Facebook and Google Plus and all those other places, Twitter, and I want to
forums and stuff, everywhere.
Thank everyone who's been supporting that.
Blue Mask Group.
This week's story is going to be even bigger. It's going to be about Adelman, hopefully. But we also wanted to ask about the T-shirts. Did you hear our idea for some T-shirts that we're thinking about doing?
Yeah, political.
Yeah, which T-shirts would you, if we were going to give you a T-shirt today, one T-shirt, and there's some of them on the thing. We'll read some of them. It would be like Dave Tree 2016, or Frank Capone 2016, or Mike Cann Dave Tree 2016, or Dave Tree Mike Cann 2016. The first name obviously is the president or the governor, and the second is the lieutenant. Or KOP 2016, KOP Mike Cann, KOP for Frank. Which shirt do you want to see? Which one would you be most interested in grabbing if we gave you one right now?
Well, I'd have to go with the Mike Cann one.
I want a shirt that says "Jesus is coming. Look busy."
I think that's a good one too. I might get that one.
That is a pretty
I can't
good
wear
one.
my own shirt, Frank.
Yeah.
So I need something.
Oh, yeah,
like
you
that.
can.
How
Absolutely.
about God 2016?
God,
I like God.
Jesus,
Yeah.
Hova.
Yeah.
Hova.
Not that guy.
Hove.
The real God.
What? Yeah, that is Jehovah.
Yeah. Well, when people say Hova now, they think of
H to the O-V.
Yes.
He used to move.
Jay-Z. What's that?
I'm just singing Jay-Z over
Yeah.
here.
See, they think of what our producer over here, Jackie, was already humming. But
That was a great song.
yeah, that was a good song. But all right, so you do get the Mike Cann shirt. I think I might go with the King of Pot Frank Capone shirt.
Oh, hey.
Well, maybe throw Vermin Supreme in there.
You all should really run.
Oh, seriously, we are.
Yeah.
This is the T-shirts are going to be our indication. Like, what T-shirts do people want? We want to hear phone calls. We'll be doing this for months, and it's going to take me some time to get the money up. But I'm going to do this with Dave Tree. He custom makes T-shirts for me. We work together in our politics and activism. He's a great artist, and the ones that people want and the ones that people buy. That's the campaign. Like those are the campaigns that we'll get behind with our activism. You know that. So
Well, we're in the majority now, so
we are.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I really think too. Like we get a lot of setbacks here, but between 2013 to 2016, this time now, I really think you're going to see some big changes in this and Massachusetts and Boston. We are starting to run things. I'm really seeing it more than ever.
Yeah.
What do you think, Frank?
I think we're setting trends, I think we always have been. And I think that Massachusetts is kind of like a testing ground, for what sort of, policy and what exactly is possible when citizens, remember that it's their government. So, we just need to keep doing what we're doing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger like we are. And, we'll be the vanguard. We are the vanguard, but we'll be it even more. As we move forward.
Hell yeah! 617-206-1050 is our phone number, and you're listening to unregularradio.com. It's the Two Hotheads, we're activism show. That was Frank Capone really summing it up very well. But what I think is going to be happening over the next couple of years here, we have Spark It from I was going to say girls. That's another group.
That's
Moms for Marijuana. in the studio, and it's getting very warm in here.
It is.
We like girls for Gunja, too.
Yes, we do. And with our son, Joe. And do we have more speed round questions? We probably do. Maybe we want to take a break.
Yeah,
and
let's
do
take
more?
a break, and then we got another guest coming up, Pasha Roberts. We're gonna get him on the deal here. Civil Circle, the movie. You can Google that, and we'll be back.
And before we do come back, we read it. Is there a certain websites that people can check out to get involved with what you're doing and what you're posting online?
Great question.
We have mumsformarijuana.com, and on Facebook we have Massachusetts Mums for Marijuana, in Boston Mums for Marijuana.
So look up some of those right now, and while we're playing music,
Really
we'll come
good
back.
sites. A lot of information.
Yeah, there is, and you guys post a lot of our stuff too, which is much appreciated. So
Yeah, you guys have a lot of good stuff.
Thank you.
thank you. And we're going to take a break. We'll be back on Two Hotheads.
Activism happens.
Boston's best. Unregulated